Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and welcome back to Destiny. And I just got done playing the Rise of Iron story campaign, which, needless to say, didn't really take very long since it was only about 5 missions in length. And I gotta say that I'm pretty disappointed. And before anybody comes up on here, I'm a bitch clicking and clacking, macking, talking all types of shit in the comments, or but you're not a real Destiny fan if you don't blindly enjoy everything that Bungie spoon feeds you, man. I don't want to hear that shit. Because I'm not disappointed by the quality of the campaign at all. I quite enjoyed the story. I'm disappointed by the fact that every fucking time I'm getting into a story in Destiny, every time I want to know some more backstory about what I'm experiencing, the story just shrugs it off. You know, the speaker does it at the start of the game where he says he could tell you all these awesome stories, but he's not. And the stranger, she ain't got time to explain shit to you, and Saladin, during the Rise of Iron, is sitting on top of a pile of secrets on Fellwinter's Peak, but he just expects you to help fight this resurgent threat without knowing a goddamn thing about it. I want to know more, man. I want to experience more. The problem is that we never really get the chance to get that deep. Because once you've started the DLC, you're already halfway done. And I get it, right? Destiny isn't really about the story, it's about the endgame. I understand this, but let's go ahead and break this endgame down a little bit. If you enjoy PvP, you have the choice of multiple game modes and playlists, 2 of which drop highlight endgame gear with the Trials of Osiris and Iron Banner, all of which take place across the 30 maps in the game, 19 of which, I might add, were DLC. On the flip side of the coin, PvE players have a total of 15 strikes in-game to play, most of which aren't even in the same continually cycling playlist rotation. And this is where I feel like Destiny is lacking, especially when you consider that strikes are the only public match-made options for most players. If you do decide to do a raid, you gotta go through means outside the game to even put together enough people to attempt the raid. Not to mention that now, in Year 3 Destiny, we have 3 raids that are no longer relevant for progressional play. But if you also flip back on over to the PvP side of things, not only can you play all the new maps in a rotational playlist, but there's even older legacy playlists which drop legacy version of weapons that will help progress your PvP play even further. You know, going back to do Volta Glass or Crota won't give you anything useful except gear to dismantle. But when you look at the actual total amount of content added in the game for both PvE and PvP over the last 2 years, it's kind of disheartening to see that there would be such a lopsided difference in the amount of match-made activities for PvE versus PvP, to the fact that it's 30 PvP maps and multiple game modes and playlists versus 15 strikes and a rotational playlist which doesn't even feature every single strike in the game. It's this distinct differential in content that makes the DLC campaigns seem so short. Because once you finish the 5 missions, then it's off to the races to see who can grind light the fastest to be raid ready for launch. It just seems like that's such a big leap from the story campaign to endgame grinding without much of a transition in between. And I feel like if each DLC added in the same amount of strikes as PvP maps, then there would be a nice segue of meaningful match-made content to fill the gap between campaign to raid endgame, and it would diversify the strike playlist even more giving you more variety and less chance for repetition within them playlists, instead of just going from campaign and feeling like the game fell flat on its face until you're able to get enough light to do the raid. You know what I'm saying? So, my name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it, because it gives me motivation to make more videos for y'all motherfuckers to watch my motherfucking videos. Tell me in the comment section down below. Am I just imagining this shit? Like, do you think that Destiny is lacking in the amount of endgame publicly match-made activities for PvE players when you compare it to the amount of content that is in the game for PvP? Or do you not really give a fuck because you have a dedicated raid team and that's not really a problem that you have to deal with? Because if that's the case, right, try putting yourself in the shoes of other players like myself that might not enjoy raid level content or have a dedicated raid team or enough friends playing the game to even attempt raid level content. I want you to look at it from that perspective and tell me what you think in the comment section down below. My name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna see y'all motherfuckers later.